To my mother or my future child, whichever one has not heard this before, I realized I'm really bad at posting the poems I write. I write and forget every time. Not that it matters. Lately, I've been doing homework until I fall asleep in the palm of my keyboard, passing out in whatever vessel that holds me as I type. And I love when we drive to the city, the morning's first blink, and the buildings are half swallowed by the gray, foggy sky. Box 12 on the middle row, just high enough for me to reach on my tippiest toes. I can't tell if we are blooming in this rain or drowning in its puddles. I wonder how your body would feel against mine. Maybe your hands feel like chrysanthemums do in May. I made 2 promises when I was in Puerto Rico. 1, the next time I came, I would jump off the tallest cliff with Papi. 2, I'd speak more Spanish for Nancy. To my first friend I met in rehab, Jackie, thank you for showing me the power of a wheelchair. That summer, I watched you spill in my stomach, sour like lemonade soaked on July-kissed concrete. This is a field of plants fertilized by the few years of your absence, watering crops with vodka instead of water, in hopes of them dancing in the wind just like you. And I'm starting to wonder how long I can live without a spine. I think my bones are starting to crawl back to me. My mother has started questioning if he is happy or drunk. Either way, she does all the smiling. Maybe if he knew I was made of spiders, he would remember how to save things, like spiders and ants and centipedes and caterpillars or daughters. I do not know how to clean these worries of my mind. How much bleach does it take to scrub away anxiety? How many rounds with a vacuum before my depression is not scattered around my home? These ailments tend to cuddle with the dead skin and dust bunnies, finding the smallest corners in my brain and accumulate more clutter. On a Sunday, the entire week likes to take off its shoes and sit back while I struggle to accommodate for all its worries. When will I start charging them rent? Will they ever be evicted? For a few months now, anxiety has swallowed me. It's picking its hair out of my teeth with one of my bones. I am floating in its stomach acid, holes burning in my skin. This feels normal. It's hard changing an entire dialogue of a person to a past tense. I want to take all of your hugs and keep them right here in this poem. Let the ink stick to every corner of the font when it print this. Hold the page to my cheek until its warmth slowly fades. This poem is a vinegar wash, squeeze of lemon juice, maybe a pinch of salt for grit. I think both of them prepared for kids like preparing to rid a house of pests. And while they tried to learn, maybe they swapped pesticides for a more natural poison, as if the organic kindness would hurt less than whenever they tried to kill the parts of us they didn't like most that day. We have no clue who is floating or sinking here. How many bodies lay under the island? I imagine it is dark all the time now. A flooded black liquid, a consistent ooze, like even the sun is too scared to rise. Till the government stops circling around our bodies like vultures, just watching armies of flies surround our bodies and just let us wrinkle in the burning sand. Israel sprinted to me with fistfuls of fruit snacks and kissed me on the cheek 3 times. For good luck, he says. Minutes later, he sprayed me with the contents of his juice box, like a watering hose in the middle of the August heat. His fingers crawl on the small of my back. When I tell him to take it off, it hangs, stays like cobwebs in the corners of the house that are too far to reach. I ask him again, swatting this time. I was 19 with a body made of mush, the inability to withstand the weight of my own legs. I had been wedged into some sort of sloppy version of myself. They called it Guillain-Barré, an autoimmune disorder that takes your muscles 2 stages past whatever you think of when I say the word slime. Stress attacks the body in different ways, from a pesky snack to a full-course meal, and I got full too fast. Sharonda is one of the few nurses that treats me like a person before patient. I have been graced by having her the past 3 nights, and I feel that even after the illness has left, Sharonda will always be there, sitting, doing her eyeliner on my right shoulder. My first heartbreak was a week full of skinned knees. The next one did not come with any less blood, but I am always the one to come out gaping. Sleep has been a dry season. Every crop has withered in my eyelids in one way or another. I don't like goodbyes. Don't like how they hang heavy in the back of my throat. I choke on each syllable every time.